The Avengers have been scattered across the known universe. Can they rally together and put a stop to the endless night? Well, let's hop into the pages of Avengers No Road Home issue number 4 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so to my pleasant surprise, a big chunk of this issue actually involves the origin of Nyx, the goddess of night, and her children. As we discover, in the beginning there was only darkness. It was calm, it was peaceful, and as you might have guessed, Nyx was pretty stoked by all of this. Unfortunately, then Zeus came and he was all lightning and noise and he broke through the quiet. This would be the beginning of the dawn of the Olympians. Soon more gods would come. They would build their massive towers, their shining monuments to their own egos, and of course they would parent children. Nyx, feeling pretty left out by all of this, decided to give birth to her firstborn, Hypnos. Much like his mother, Hypnos tried desperately to fit in with the other gods and play their, well, Olympian reindeer games, I guess, but much like his mother, he was always treated as an outsider and a pariah. This was rather uncomfortable and awkward for Nyx and her son, but things didn't get really bad until the dawn of man. You see, humans have this funny nature. We hate the dark, don't we? We fear the unknown. And right around the time of recorded language, we humans would gather around fire and share tales that venerated beings of light and derided beings of darkness. Which means, once again, the Olympians got celebrated just for being born the way they were, and Nyx and her children got the crap end of the stick just for doing what they do. They were painted as evil by humanity when they never thought themselves evil. The human stories proved to be so impactful that once the Olympians started gathering followers, they figured, well, hey, let's all turn against the goddess of night and her children. Let's put them away once and for all. In her anger and in self-defense, Nyx would end up giving birth to her next two children, the twins of deceit and trickery. This would end up leading to a massive war between the gods, where once again the goddess of night sadly came up short. She had her power stolen away by Zeus, and her sons were all locked away in a great prison. It was this great sadness that caused her to give birth to her final child, Misery, the weird Cthulhu-looking creature. Together, the Night family would be held in bondage for millennia until the events of Avengers No Surrender, wherein the Challenger and the Grandmaster stole Earth and in turn broke Nyx's bonds, allowing her to take revenge on the Olympians for what was done to her. And that revenge is still very much playing out in the present as Hercules, under control of the twins, attacks his friends, including poor Vision, who is already malfunctioning right now. Luckily though, our heroes end up finding they have an ace in the hole when it comes to Scarlet Witch. The goddess of night had stolen Wanda's eyes in the previous issue, but in doing so had actually given her the ability to see the invisible twins. This means the good guys are able to rescue control of Hercules' mind back to the good team. Unfortunately though, they don't end up doing it quick enough. The twins manage to find one of the missing shards of night in the library on Omnipotent City, and now Nyx is ready to come and collect. She's now 2 for 3 shards and has managed to beat the heroes in one-on-one combat twice now. And to make matters worse, Hypno is now zeroing in on another shard being kept in Nightmare's fortress. He and his army of dreamers are assailing Nightmare, but they get some rather unforeseen backup as the Hulk, Hawkeye, and Rocket Raccoon make the scene. For as you know, the immortal Hulk is not afraid of the dark. The dark is where he comes out to play. And so that was Avengers No Road Home issue number 4, everybody, and I gotta say, I really appreciate this nuanced, layered take on this big event villain. You normally don't see these types of things in these sorts of stories. Much like the Challenger from No Surrender, Nyx didn't start out bad. It was circumstances and crappy people that pushed her into a life of villainy. And of course, when you have a villain this three-dimensional, the question is always there of, do they have to remain evil? Could Nyx or her children potentially redeem themselves by the time this story's over? Wouldn't that be fun? All the same, issue 4 heats up in a really interesting way. I love getting to see such a big fight from so many different fronts. The pacing continues to be absolutely on point. The drama is there and there's still so much story left to tell. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 8 out of 10. Can't wait to see where they go.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cave Joel again. I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why not take a closer look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cave Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon page? Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. I would would really appreciate it. And with that, I will be sure to be back again next time with even more great comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye, everyone.